Why hello there. Are you one of my 16 subscribers? Wondering, how much would it cost to go to Japan? Let me tell you. I'm going to give you a quick little overview of the itinerary, a little bit of details on flights and hotels, and then ultimately how much I spent on the trip to help you decide if Japan's the right place for you. Getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, just wanted to quickly share some details about the trip. So we went in late June 2024, and it was a total of 6 people in our group. 3 adults and 3 children/teenagers. This was a trip for my little sister's quinceañera, so instead of having a party, we did this trip. The costs in the video are in USD and are going to be per person. So when you see PP, it's per person. The flights were by far the most expensive piece of this entire trip. We booked the flights directly with Air Canada, and because it's an international flight, the check-in luggage was included in the price. It did have one stop in Toronto, so it was from Chicago to Toronto to Tokyo Narita Airport, and the total price per person was $1,300. Now you might notice in this video that we do have a flight from ANA, which is a different airline in Japan. Essentially what happened is that the night before our flight, we went to a concert for Hombres G, and on our way back from the concert, it started pouring. It was just raining so hard outside. So essentially what they did is that they rebooked our flight that was canceled with ANA, and it was a direct flight. So this ANA flight, God bless, it was so nice, and yeah, it got us right there quickly. First, we stayed at Sakura Akihabara for $150 per person, and it was one room for the 6 people. And what it was like was 2 full-size beds at the bottom and then 1 full-size bed on the top. And I would 100% recommend. We really liked the neighborhood that it was by, and it had there were like 3 different train stations like within walking distance, and it was super easy to get to from all like the touristy spots. Then the next one in Kyoto did have breakfast included, and it's called Prince Smart Shijoomiya Hotel. That one was $115 per person, and this time we stayed in 3 different rooms with 2 people in each. So overall, that brings our total per person to $265. Now that I got all that out of the way, now we can move on to the itinerary. What we ended up doing to save a little bit of money was parking at a car garage just a little bit of ways, but making sure that they had a shuttle from the parking station to the terminal that we needed. We downloaded the Ubiji eSIM. This is not sponsored, though I wish. It was $18 per person, and it was actually really easy. So you didn't have to buy anything. All you had to do was buy it on download the app, buy the package that you wanted, and then download it into your settings. My little brother was playing video games like the entire time while we were on the subway, so honestly, it was a lot of data for how much we paid. The flight itself, this one for ANA, was amazing. The food was great. The seats were spacious and comfortable for us being all the way in the back. But up until a couple of days before this, we were planning on traveling via the subway or the metro system that they have there. I had read all about it, and it seemed really easy enough, but I just went ahead and I caved. I said, you know what? Do you guys want to go just book a private shuttle? And everyone said yes. So we booked a private shuttle from Narita Airport to the hotel. I'll put a picture here of what we used through booking.com. It was $23 per person, or $137 for the 6 people. So after we were done with getting to the hotel, freshening up, we went and walked to Akihabara and went to this restaurant called Gyukatsu Motomura. Okay. We've got chicken, salmon, curry roll, sweat. We spent the first morning in Japan shopping in Harajuku. If you have little pets, little dogs, one of the highlights I would recommend was visiting the store Pet Paradise, which has super cute pet clothes that you don't normally see in the US. As a Nana fan, we also had to visit Vivienne Westwood and also got our matching Hachi Pandora charms. This little dog charm had a little Japanese flag on its back. So cute. Later in the day, our group split up. So my mom and the kids went to Tower Records and Shibuya Parko Mall, while my aunt and I did street karting in Shibuya. If you are a scaredy cat, I do not recommend, because while you aren't driving that fast, you are driving in the actual traffic. I was really shaken the whole time. But it's for the vibes, you know? And to close our beautiful first day in Japan, we had a little photo shoot at Shibuya Crossing and then got Creamia ice cream at Excelsior Cafe.
Happy birthday!
On day 4 of the trip, we focused on the nearby neighborhood of Asakusa. It also happened to be my little cousin Aron's 10th birthday, so throughout the day we incorporated little ways of celebrating him. Alright, how old are you? 10. And whose birthday is it? Our first stop was Tokyo Skytree, and that gave us a very beautiful summer view of Tokyo. On the lower levels of the building, there are a lot of character-themed stores. Think Hello Kitty, Studio Ghibli, that we really liked, and actually looking back, they were not crowded at all compared to what we would visit later on. After that, we took a short walk and visited Sensoji Temple.
Good fortune.
I got a bad one. One of the things we did to celebrate the birthday boy was to go to the Ninja Cafe in Asakusa. It was a nice opportunity to learn who was good at what and to take a break from all the walking.
Yo creo que ustedes me lo van a poner a mí.
Gracias.
We also got to give him a little cake.
Aaron's fire.
Are you?
Yaku kesagiri. Yes. Yay.
So somehow at the end of the day, my siblings and I had a small burst of energy. So we got ourselves together and we went to Akihabara to explore the game stores and arcades. We specifically really liked the store called Super Potato and would recommend, wanted to go back every single day. Is he gonna turn on? When planning this itinerary, I purposefully made the previous day, which was day 4, lighter in preparation for this day, which was our Mount Fuji and Hakone tour. I was especially excited for this was the day for someone else to be the guide of the group. So once the tour was over and we made it back to the hotel, we ate something. My mom took a big nap and the rest of us went back to Akihabara, Super Potato, and the other arcades to play and just look at all the lights that were really nice. Somehow, some way, we were halfway through this trip. Shockingly, based on my rotting abilities, I got up super early at like 5 a.m. with my mom to pay a quick little visit to Don Quixote. Because it was our last full day, we trusted all the advice on YouTube and TikTok and used Yamato Transport to ship our 5 huge luggages, or suitcases, to the next hotel in Kyoto. Now that the admin stuff was over, we got to make our big voyage to Sanrio Puroland, which is essentially a Sanrio/Hello Kitty theme park. Our next stop was Book Off Super Bazaar Tamanagayama, which we went to by bus in the harsh rain. Big kudos to the internet because I did not know how we made it all the way there using just buses. The second-hand luxury bags there were insane. My little sister found a Dior necklace for $80 and it was so adorable. Now to celebrate the quinceañera girl herself, we went to Manten Sushi Nihonbashi for omakase. It was our first time trying sushi this way, so thought that was really special. Our last day in Tokyo started with checking out of our hotel and using a luggage locker at Tokyo Station for the duffel bags that we didn't ship earlier with Yamato Transport. TeamLab's borderless was really incredible, and it was way more than just projections in a dark room, like we kind of see here in the US. We followed that up with going to Tokyo Tower and Ginza, which was basically like a shopping district, kind of similar to Fifth Avenue in New York. Some of the stores we visited were Uniqlo and Itoya Stationery Store. In another life, I would have spent another 5 days shopping in that district, but we had to make our way to Tokyo Station to take the Shinkansen all the way to Kyoto. On our first day in Kyoto, we went to the Maikoya tea ceremony where they taught us how to make matcha and really taught us a lot about the history of that specific area. Following that, we went to Nishiki Market, which I think was the most packed section of the entire trip. There were so many people there. Unfortunately, this first day in Kyoto was really short because we started the day late and we also ended the day early. We were just really tired. So on day 9, we went to Universal Studios Japan. The ride to Osaka on the subway was really good. It was really fast, just about an hour. Booking for Universal Studios Japan was a little bit difficult because when I tried booking through the actual official website of the theme park, it wouldn't accept any of my credit cards. So what I ended up using was this app called Klook, which you could download and you can use. They have a bunch of different attractions with deals for things in Japan, and it worked just fine booking it through there. I got the confirmation right after I booked it, and as well as the ticket. Unfortunately, it was a little bit rainy when we went to Universal Studios, but it also meant that the entire theme park wasn't like extremely packed as we expected it to be. So, you know, it's a little bit of give and take. We have finally made it to day 10, which is our last day in Japan. We focus this day on Arashiyama, which is the location of the bamboo forest. Right outside of the bamboo forest, there's this little street that has a bunch of little souvenir stores, cafes, and that's where we found the Rilekuma Cafe. So right by the train station, there's this little food court where we had udon, prawn udon, kind of like a shrimp tempura inside of it. It was one of the best meals that we had, in my opinion, in Japan. It was scrumdiddlyumptious, and also on a rainy day, it was definitely what was needed. I don't know why it has 3-point-something stars on Google. If, you know, I'm telling you, it was really good. So after we were done with Arashiyama Bamboo Forest and the cafe and souvenir shopping, we took another Uber to probably our third Book Off Super Bazaar to just do some last minute shopping. I think Book Off is a great recommendation for a big group like ours, since there's something for everyone in what's basically a Goodwill. Day 11 was sadly our travel day back to the United States. The trip that we had been planning since 2020 was now coming to a close. The flight was leaving from Tokyo Narita Airport at around 5 p.m., so we had to take a Shinkansen bullet train with the extra luggage option from Kyoto Station to Tokyo Station. From there, we took the Narita Express, which took us straight to our terminal. Before I say the grand total for the trip, I just wanted to give a disclaimer that this number does not include my personal shopping. It does, however, encompass flights, hotels, tours, food, and transportation. So, without further ado, the grand total per person in USD comes to around $2,947. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you with your planning.